Go crazy.
Let me clear this throat right here. Pause. But welcome back. What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Welcome back to the BES podcast.
Yes, sir.
The best sports podcast
In the world.
You heard it. You really heard it. All right. And I am here. Okay. I'm going. Am I going?
Go there.
I don't know if I should. And I'm here. Let me introduce the boy. All right. I am here. I am accompanied by, the one and only. Okay. The best first baseman in Hudson County. Okay. You're defending men's softball champion. Okay. You're two-time fantasy football champion. Okay.
Yeah.
You see it on the table. He's trying to level up the ranks in the hookah mastery. Yeah, he might not get to Gatto's level, but he's trying to. But he's trying. He is trying. All right. And you think it's just in sports on the podcast? My boy in the streets, they call him Big L.A. Big Silly. I don't know if they really call you that, but listen. Yeah.
I'll take it.
You take it?
I'll take it.
Everybody give a round of applause for my boy Eli, a.k.a. Mark Teixeira. Yes, sir.
My boy.
How we doing, bro?
Good, man. Good. Work was good. It was a good week.
Okay.
Obviously, this weekend was great. Being with you guys, playing, getting better. And baseball postseason is here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, it was great.
Yes, sir.
It was great.
This is our time of
The
year.
week was great.
It was, honestly,
It was a great week.
it was a phenomenal week in all aspects, in my opinion, in all aspects. And yeah, well, as always, bro, I am glad that you were here, happy and healthy.
Yeah.
As always, gang, it's your boy, Nefty, okay? Your favorite dad, the guy that makes fat look sexy, a.k.a. DeJuan Blair, okay? A.k.a. Ray Rose. Not to be mistaken by Derrick Rose, you know what I'm saying? But welcome. This is, I don't know what episode it is. I think it's 80, but it don't really matter because you know what? To our podcast to our Apple and Spotify podcast listeners, I need you to tune in right now. And listen. Okay, listen to my voice. We're gonna do like a essay. What's that called? ASMR. Listen to my voice very closely. Okay. Eli, how much does it cost for you to get coffee?
$6.
6. Okay. It's a pretty decent amount, but it's probably good coffee, right?
Oh, that espresso is elite.
Really good. And you spend that about what, like maybe let's say 3-4 times a week? It may be more, maybe less.
3-4 is good.
3-4, okay.
My boss is bless him.
Oh, he's very generous.
Blesses me. He's generous.
Okay. All right, so
he takes care of me. But 3 or 4.
We'll keep it on the lower side. So 3. 3 times 6 is 18. So you spend about $18 a week per coffee.
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
Sadly, got it. All right. Listen, for our listeners, okay, because I know some of y'all do the same thing and y'all buy coffee 3-4 times a day, if not every single day. For our Apple and Spotify podcast listeners, first of all, make sure you guys do follow us. Hit us with a 5-star. We truly appreciate that. But at the same time, we do have the option for you to donate to the BES BMW M5 Foundation. But if you don't want to consider it as a M5 donation, see it this way. Your coffee costs about $6 a day. Yeah. We are only asking about $3 per month. So in reality, look at it this way. You're just providing half a coffee for us for a day. Now, that's kind of grimy. I will expect maybe the $6 get us a whole coffee. But we're only asking for half of a coffee per month.
And for the fellas out there, take the $3 that you would put in your parlay. Swing it this way. Don't give it to the gov.
You have $8 in your little little FanDuel. Yo, put the ticket for $5. Send 3 this way.
Yeah.
Trust me. And listen, all it really does for my GDP niggas, all it really does is keep the economy going. Okay, we're just keeping the economy going. That's just how it goes. You guys give us the 3, we get coffee or BMW M5s. They get rich, they sell it to you guys, and it's just a circle,
Ongoing
the
cycle.
circle of financial life. Okay, now all jokes aside, we would truly appreciate it if you
Yes.
guys follow us, hit us with the 5 stars. If we are not worthy with the 5 stars, don't hit us with anything less than that. Make sure you hit us in the YouTube comments. Hey, I didn't give you 5 stars, so I didn't want to give you 5 stars because of XYZ. And guess what we're gonna do?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
freaking guessed it, bro. We're gonna fix it.
We're gonna fix it.
Okay, we're gonna make sure you give us those 5 stars. On top of that, hit us with the $3 per month so we can get a nice little coffee. You heard? That being said,
Get us to 150.
yeah, let me now tackle the YouTubers.
Yeah.
Okay, lots of love over there.
Appreciate you
We
guys.
are 1 away from 150. The goal to end the year is 200, but let's tackle 150.
Big goals.
We just need 1 more. And listen, I see the stats. About 70% of our viewers don't even subscribe to us. Let's drop that number to like 40. Well, I won't tell you drop. Let's kill the whole 70. Let's start a little. You know, let's get to 50 or 40% of our viewers aren't subscribed, and we would truly appreciate it. Okay, but right now we only really need 1 of you, so we can hit the 150 mark, and then we can focus on the 200 before the end of the year. You feel me? That being said, we're gonna get right into it, gang. Now, I know we're on a high. We're gonna get on a little low right now, real quick, but we do want to send our condolences to all the loved ones, all the family, all the friends to Mutombo and Pete Rose. Unfortunately, we did lose both of these legends this past week. 2 legends that I know for sure probably in this podcast do mean something to us in whatever avenue. So we do want to send our condolences to both Mutombo and Pete Rose's family, loved ones, friends, whatever the case may be.
100%.
That being said, let's get to the shenanigans. And this week, like Eli said, the MLB playoffs has begun. Now, we've what was it, Monday? We first got through the wild card series, and boy,
Bro.
what a first round.
Yeah.
What a first round. Correct me if I'm wrong. Milwaukee played the Mets.
Yes.
Okay. San Diego played Atlanta.
Yes.
Cool. Detroit played Houston.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it good right now. I'm doing
Yeah,
it
you're
really
good.
Okay. This is where I fail. Kansas City played Baltimore?
Yes.
King. Look at me. I'm 100 for 100. You heard? And let me tell you, those series did not disappoint. Okay? It did not disappoint. I'm pretty sure everybody knows the outcomes already, so I don't got to break down who won, who advanced, and all that
Yeah.
fun stuff. But we are going to share what do we get, what are our takeaways from those series.
The Mets. Oh, man. Lindor, man. Oh, man. You're good. Pete Alonso. Hey, I know everyone was on you when you missed that foul ball, and we thought it was over.
Yo, listen.
We thought it was over.
I swear, I think I watched it on my own or at work. I forgot where I watched it, but I wasn't around people, and I said it in my mind. He dropped that foul ball, and I'm like, that's the play in sports where everything just goes left. Good thing about it, though, the Mets didn't allow it. They didn't allow it to go left.
Pete didn't allow it, man. You're talking about maybe your last at bat in a Mets uniform, and you go Oppo Taco.
Potentially, yeah.
Oppo Taco to right field. And win it.
Tough.
Home run. I'm looking at the Mets like, you guys are in your bag.
And it was a 3-run, right? Because it was a 3-run home run.
I'm not sure.
Because I think this is how it happened. Because that whole rally did not just start and end with Pete. Okay? Lindor having I won't say one of the greatest at bats. Let me not put that there because I would have to really think about it. But what a great at bat that was, fighting pitches off until he finally got one. Made sure he put the barrel to the ball and got his single, right? Right after that, I don't remember who it is, or maybe it was before him. But then they force a walk, so now there's 2 men on base for, well, not our guy, but for the Bear to come up and be like, you know
Yeah.
what, I think it's time.
And the craziest part, not that I was gonna bury the Mets because their season and their run, but I'm watching on my phone and I'm like, they're getting dominated, and I'm like, let me just check the at bats,
Yeah, yeah,
dude. Lindor was 2 for 3.
yeah,
Everyone else 0.
yeah. He was locked in.
My boy was pitching a 2-hitter into the 8th. And I'm like, this is over.
Yeah,
They're not touching him. And then the Mets had other plans.
but okay. Well, that was just the first series, so maybe people don't really, they don't know, even though they should know. The Mets, because at in that same game, it was a commentator had to start the curse.
But always.
He had to start the curse. So it was the inning before. It was 1-0, I think, or what 2-0, whatever the score is. I just know that the Mets had 0. I forgot what Milwaukee had. I'm going to say it was 2-0 because obviously the 3-run home run allowed them to win the game. The commentator then goes, well, these are the 2 teams that are top 5 in comeback wins. And I go, there it is.
There it is.
There it freaking is,
That's
right?
all they needed.
And that's all. They just needed to put it in the air. The Mets was going to come up to bat and do what it do, right? So, cool, because even though people should know because they are third in the league. The Mets are third in the league this year in comeback wins. Okay? Right? So maybe people should have known, but whatever, it is what it is. The commentator then says it, so now it's all the commentator curse. But then, I know I'm getting ahead of myself. There's no way Philly allowed what they allowed last night, though. Zach Wheeler pitching a gem. A gem. 7 innings, 9 Ks, and it didn't look. Now, it didn't look. I'm not saying that it wouldn't have happened. It didn't look like they would figure him out. For them to then take him out after a walk in the 8th inning. It was a walk in the 8th inning, right? It is what it is. Pitchers walk. They walk people.
Happens all the time.
Put in the bullpen, and guess what happens? Here comes those comeback kids.
The rally.
So
sometimes you got to stick with your guns.
The Yankees did the same thing, but we're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get to that. Listen, if the Mets continue rolling, teams are gonna have to realize and understand if your pitcher is going crazy, you probably shouldn't take him out.
Gotta finish them. Signature.
Yeah, until they get a few hits here and there, and you really, all right, you know what? They figured him out. We got to take him out. Let your pitcher continue dominating the Mets.
Yep.
Because in both instances, against Milwaukee and now against Philly, game 1, you took out the starting pitcher that is dominating the Mets, and here comes the rally.
Yep.
Here comes the rally.
Kudos to them.
No, really kudos to them. All right, you guys doing a great thing over there. The culture is really showing what you guys are doing. It's a proud moment for the Queens team. Now, before we move on to the DSs, anything else from the wild card? Any other takeaways besides obviously the Mets really just stealing the show?
Well, we knew that the big series was going to be Astros and Cleveland. Did not expect
the Astros not moving. Yeah.
I did not expect. I thought it was going to
Houston and Detroit. You said Houston and Cleveland.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen that way. Did not. And then the other series was the Orioles.
Yeah.
I did not expect that to happen either.
That was bad.
2-0-2, and I was.
That was
bad. This is going to lead into. You had the Astros out. That's your weak link.
That's the kryptonite.
And then you go ahead and have the Orioles,
our division rival,
and they're now gone.
Which leaves what?
Which leaves you to think you have a road,
a straight road
to the promised land.
Obviously, we know in sports that's not true, but
it's not.
But in hindsight,
what the stats show is We can't win in our division when we face them, and we definitely can't beat the Astros.
Well, we can't beat Detroit either in previous playoff history, but we don't really got to. I don't think we're going to play Detroit, so.
I don't think so either. So the goal in mind is, if the Yankees handle business, they're going to the World Series. It's lined up to perfection.
Very well lined up. And let me tell you, for the MLB, they would prefer that the Yankees go, because listen to what I need to say. I'm getting in my conspiracy mode.
Let's hear it.
The Yankees, for MLB to profit at that maximum point, the Yankees have to be in the World Series. There is a storyline for every opponent in the West, depending on who moves on, if the Yankees is in the World Series. You're going to get, excuse me, you're going to get the East Coast versus West Coast with either the Padres or the Dodgers. You're going to get 09 World Series rematch if the Phillies move on. And we're going to get a Subway World Series if the Mets move on. You're not getting any of that with Cleveland, with Detroit, or Kansas City.
Nope.
Who wants to hear? No one wants to hear, and you're tuning in Fox Sports right now. Game 2 of the World Series, Kansas City playing the San Diego Padres. No one is going to care for that. No one is going to care. No offense to Kansas City. You guys played well throughout the season. You guys fought very hard yesterday, okay? We're going to get to it, but I'm just going to say this real quick.
Man.
I'm going to be honest with you. We probably shouldn't have won that game.
We shouldn't have won, but I also think we should have beat them by 6. There's a lot to break down.
For sure. No, for sure. To be honest, let's get right into it. We're already here, so let's tackle it, bro.
Let's get into it.
Let's tackle game 1 against the Royals.
Man, oh man. What was I gonna say? Garrett Cole did not look good, my boy. Did not look good.
It was, well, I don't know. It like goes both ways, because it's like he did, but he didn't look like playoff Cole. But he still did what I guess he was supposed to do for us, I guess. I don't know.
No, I did, bro. He did not look good. From the first inning, he didn't look good. And and I blame the Royals because he wasn't sharp. His fastball was freaking dead middle majority of the night. His slider was a lot. It hung a lot.
Yeah.
That bite that he normally has, and when it did bite, it was just out of the strike zone. And that first inning, for both sides, you got...
That was a bad inning, especially for the Yankees. But
you start off the game, you got second and third, no outs. And I'm like, yeah, my boy Judge at the plate. Let's get it going.
2-11.
For all those people, let's start it up. Captain.
Right.
Captain.
What did one of them say? Aaron Judge is a god. Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Strikes out.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Matter of fact, it was first and second. I lied. First and second, because then Wells, ground ball.
Wait,
kudos.
So let me ask you this question before you get into it, right? Because I say this all the time, but in the conversations that we had at Gills while watching the game, I do understand that depending on the batter, depending on the situation, it should be tackled differently. Man on first and second, 0 outs. Who was the first? Who was batting?
Judge. Wait, who was that first and who was that second?
No. First and second. Oh, yeah. So I guess it would be Judge.
It was Judge. Judge was at the plate.
Wells batted fourth.
Correct.
Okay, then go ahead. So I'll keep those comments then. Because
so, Judge strikes out. Wells is next. Hits a ground ball. First and third. You guessed it. Stands at the plate. He strikes out. End the inning. Gross. Cool.
How did Judge strike out, though? Was it one of those, like, they gave him a slider low and away that he can't hit?
Change up.
Oh, okay.
It's a change up low and away. It's the same. It does the same effect. Yeah. Same effect. So then, bottom half. All right, let's see how Cole looks. Boy. Single, walk, single. And I'm thinking,
it's about to be a long day.
It's about to be curtains.
Yeah, I felt that.
You have Perez, your catcher, batting 1. He's at first and second, no outs. You send him home.
Wait, Perez batted first for the Royals?
Yes.
Okay.
It worked because the boy was a hitting machine yesterday.
Yeah.
He gets a hit. Obviously, he gets a second because he walks. First and second, no outs. I'm like, we're in the same situation. Another hit. Your third base coach, Sense Perez, gets gunned out, hosed by Soto. Soto then saves the day again. Now it is first and third. Cool. You're thinking like they'll go ahead and get a run. They did. Got to pop up. Abysmal throw. Too low for Judge. Hit the mound. Skidded. Uriel comes in. 1-0. Gets out the inning. Now it's 1-0.
Yeah.
It should have been bases loaded.
Yeah.
There's no way you send Perez. Keep him there. Apply more pressure.
Right.
With no outs, bases loaded, apply more pressure. Because I even noticed you get a single, you get a walk, you get another single. That's how it went. You're telling me I do that and you just all of a sudden want to get greedy and send Perez? No, bro. Go base to base. Apply more pressure. What you did was alleviate it. Get one, you get him out the inning. It's 1-0. I'm like, all right, let's see how can Cole now progress through this game because he doesn't look sharp.
Navigate.
He navigated pretty well because he got to the 6th.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Then he walks someone and they're like, all right, Papo, your time's up. You gave up that 2-run bomb. We got to sit you because that same guy.
It was Melendez.
Yeah, that same boy came to the plate and we was like, yeah, we're not having it. And I know we're like, oh, we should have kept him in. Yes and no.
Okay.
Because he was on his front foot when he hit that pitch. It was a away pitch, and he leveled it, he pieced it. But he was not sharp.
Melendez? Oh, Cole.
Melendez was on his front foot. If you look at it, he did get barreled.
Okay.
He was on it.
All right.
But he was on his front foot. So it wasn't like it was a bad pitch. He just stood on it and obviously took it to short porch. And I'm like, you can't do it again.
Tough.
So they take him out. We get to our bullpen. The only thing though, how do we go Holmes? The things that the Yankees were doing with just coaching aspect, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. I just don't understand how we have him in there for almost 3 innings, and we're gonna rely on him.
Yeah.
In a moment where the game is it's a toss up.
Yeah. It's just going back and forth.
And then who do we go to next? We go to our guy.
Well, I think we first go with Tim Hill or whatever. We go to Tim Hill first, after Cole.
Before
It was right after Cole, it went Tim Hill. Then after Tim Hill, they put in Canley. Yeah. There was all these, but yeah. But remember, that was one of the things that I told you. I was like,
Bro,
Boone just wants to waste arms, just to waste
because
arms.
we have an extra day.
Yeah, and then I get the whole stats and it's a lefty, we're gonna pair him up. Yeah, no. First of all, I get that with Tim Hill because Tim Hill, he's one of those like, yeah, we're only really gonna throw you in for 1 inning, get your minimum 3 batters or whatever. Canley can go 2-3 innings,
And then we had the issue. Yeah,
doesn't matter if he's lefty, righty, switch or whatever.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Do his thing.
You have Canley out there for he had to do his minimum 3 batters, right, or something. I forgot how it went. But you could tell that Canley could have kept going.
He looked sharp.
Takes him out, puts Clay Holmes. Now,
after he gave up a walk, he was like,
yeah, it was same thing, just like Cole. It was a leadoff walk, and Boone's like, yep, we're done here, right? Now, where I'm going to give credit to what Juan said, yes, it's not a safe situation, so Holmes doesn't feel the pressure. It is still Clay Holmes.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if it's the 8th inning, the first inning, or the 3rd inning. It's Clay Holmes.
And it's still pressure.
Yes.
He has to give up no runs.
Yes.
It's still pressure.
What's crazy about it, unfortunately for us, because we hate him, he did his job.
He did do it.
He did his job.
He did.
Now, to your point about the whole kitchen coaching decisions that they're making, cool. Clay Holmes is doing his thing, not really showing any signs of weakness. He takes him out. And now he wants to put Weaver in on a 4-out save situation.
Yeah.
And listen, Weaver, kudos to Weaver. He did his thing. He's been doing his thing. He is embracing because he's basically a closer.
Yeah.
He's embracing that closer position very, very well. But if you ask me, I'm just saying for me, I'm not going to speak to you for you, and I'm not going to speak for anybody else. For me, I think let's just make it easier for our closer and just give him the 3-out close situation and instead of tackling that extra. Because listen, it doesn't look like it phased him. Like I said, Weaver is really embracing it very well. But a lot of times when you're asking a closer, unless your name is Mariano Rivera, if you're
And
asking,
that's what they said.
Yeah,
They said Mo.
they did say that, and Juan was like, "Let's not do that." I don't know if you heard Juan.
I'm agree.
Yeah, Juan was like, "We can't do that. Stop, cut it out."
No.
Unless you're Mariano Rivera, adding outs to the closing situation gives extra pressure. Again, Weaver's not phased, but if you ask me, let's not add more pressure to what's already.
It is because they also said the last time the Yankees had a 4-out closer was Chapman, where he had to get 4 outs and when he played, and I'm like,
Yikes.
4 outs. Yikes. And the thing is, they put him in yet again. Obviously, they get a walk, and it's like a routine. If you give up a walk, your first AB, we're taking you out, and that's what happened. He got a walk. He had to get 4 outs and had already a runner on first, and I'm like, I don't like it.
And that's pressure.
It's more pressure because now you're coming in a situation where you got to keep that runner there. And then go ahead, do it for another inning and get 3 more outs. And I'm not saying he's not made for the moment, but you got to alleviate that pressure.
Yeah, like don't add it.
That's his first postseason game, and you have him get 4 outs.
As a closer, mind you, for the New York Yankees, you're playing in the Bronx, okay? Like just putting on the pinstripes is pressure. Now you want to add pressure with giving him a 4-out closing. I can't speak today, but whatever.
Kudos to him. No, his demeanor, his poise on the mound, is what as a fan calmed me down.
Yeah,
because from a coaching aspect, I'm itching.
Truly appreciate.
I'm itching. So, bro, shout out to you, Weaver. You did your thing.
Shout out to the Yankees for scratching one out. I'm gonna let you know right now. You still gotta get. I don't want to say tremendously better, but you got to get better. We should have lost that game. There's no way that we start the game with a horrible inning like that and still win the game. Along with, and it's not just the inning. What sucks about it is we had multiple situations where like, yeah, this game's over for us. We have a bad first inning. Then we have a bad, I think it was 5th inning, bases loaded, no outs. Ask us how many runs we got in that inning. Okay. On top of that, I think it was like the system. Whenever Kansas City scored the 2 runs, we get that throwing error from Volpe.
Yeah,
that can also determine a game. We had 3 major, because there's also minor, but we had 3 major situations that just those alone will just the game's over.
Yeah,
and we somehow still kept it together. Obviously, our bullpen did their thing as well as Cole. Let me not leave Cole out of it. Yes, he did his thing, even though he didn't look the way he should have looked. But I can guarantee you, all right. Come CS, depending on who we're playing, come World Series, if we make it that far, they're going to take advantage of at least one mishap.
Definitely capitalize.
If we give them 3, bro, don't.
Especially because we didn't score with runners on.
Yeah.
The amount of people that we had on base and we did not bring them in.
We scored, 2-3 runs off walks?
Yeah. And that's my thing.
Even though that is a good thing, we're being disciplined at the plate.
A lot of 3-2 counts too. It wasn't like, they were working the count, making it difficult. The hit that we needed at certain times just weren't there.
Yeah.
And it was due to our big guns. It was due to Judge. It was due to Stanton. Like, this is what I said before. For us to win, we were going to rely on Soto and we were going to rely on Judge. And what we needed is what we got yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
We got the bullpen.
Yeah.
We got the hitting from Verdugo. We got the hitting from Wells. We got the hitting from Glaber. Like, those are the guys that need to step up, and they did. They performed well. And guess what? Soto did his thing. Judge did not. And that's okay. Because guess what? They always say, hey, your team is going to get you one. Your stars are going to get you one.
Yeah.
So if we're able to hey, our team got us one. Hey, Judge, Papi, so,
Yeah.
Monday, we need you to get this one.
We need it from you.
We need
'Cause
it from you.
I'm not saying Soto should take a day off, but we can't really rely that Soto's going to continue giving us what he go 2 for 3 or 3 for 4, whatever it was.
He went 3 for 4.
3 for 4, right? I'm not saying that he's not capable of doing that, but we can kind of expect that he's not going to consistently give us 3 for 4. We're going to need you to. We don't need 0 for 3.
Yes, we
At
always
least
say
one.
our stars are going to get you 1 to 2 games. The rest has to go ahead and do the rest. And that's what I saw. I saw one of our stars did not perform how they should have, but the rest of the team showed up. And that's good. They got us one win.
Yeah.
They got us one.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Judge is like, all right, I'm going to tip my cap. I got you. I got something for you guys.
Well, you better, because even though we did what we were supposed to do, this doesn't alleviate what we've been saying. All right, it's once again we're in the postseason and you're not performing, regardless of what BS stats that people want to freaking bring
Well,
up. To us.
they go and say he has 13 home runs, but my thing is, it doesn't matter if you're losing those games.
Yeah,
So we need you to produce in the wins.
yeah.
You need to be the main factor as to why we win games. And if you're not, that's when we have issues.
Yeah, because all that looks cool. I guess the 13 home runs does look cool. The RBIs look cool. But at the end of the day, if you're really only hitting for yourself at 211 average and not getting the base hits that we need you to get. Because, hey, if you're batting third, that means our fourth and fifth batter can bring you in. If you could just get a little blooper to right instead of trying to.
My thing is, also, we've seen our guy bat just as bad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring up Schwarber because obviously we saw him get 50 home runs and his batting average is low. But you can bat 211 but have crucial hits within the game.
Yeah.
And that's what I need from him. I need at certain points in the game, your batting average may not be good.
Yeah.
But in a second and third situation, when we need to hit,
Because you're
because you are Judge,
You're
the
judge.
captain, I'm gonna need you to hit in that
Yeah.
situation.
Because that whole. It's a good point. I'm not saying that it's not. But that whole Schwarby point, yes, those stats say what it says, but that's what Schwarby's there for. Listen, you're one of the best power leadoff hitters. We don't kind of care if you bat 220. You're going to give us 50 home runs batting in the one spot. So
In those crucial moments that we've seen him do.
because even though it didn't work, how demoralizing is it that the first batter in the game hits a bomb right field? You know what I'm saying? Again, it didn't really work yesterday, but that's very demoralizing, especially for a starting pitcher.
I agree, and that's what we want to see from him.
Yeah.
In those moments, cool. If you want to have a low batting average, in moments where the captain, Judge, you need to step up in those moments and deliver. It can be a pop up, it can be a sac fly, it can be a blooper. You need to produce. You need to get those runs in, especially when there's no outs.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be honest. The rest of the DS, nothing really happens. I mean, kudos for not the Angels. The Dodgers and Padres game was a good game. It was a little back and forth. I got nothing.
Well, I know we not that we belittle this person, but boy, man, the boy's good, man.
He is.
The boy's good.
He is.
He's in the playoffs for the first time.
I just got nothing to say because the whole thing is, we never seen you in the playoffs. We never seen you in the playoffs. We don't care what you do because we never. Now you're in the playoffs with pressure on because Machado goes and hits a 3-run. You're down 3, and you go, I know I'll match it.
But that's what I want to see from the best player, and this is my point.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go ahead and sit here and we're gonna pod and we're gonna talk and I'm gonna say, hey, you haven't made it to the playoffs and you don't show up and XYZ, I have to give kudos. I have to go ahead and gotta bite myself because guess what? You went out there and was like, check this out.
Embrace that moment, bro.
Embrace it. I'm wearing this uniform. I'm gonna get it done. And the Selly, Bobby, when he hit that. The emotion, that's what you want to see in the postseason, especially from a guy like him where
he never
when he hit that home run and he spin that bat, I say, yeah.
The whole Japan felt that.
Yeah.
The whole country of Japan felt that.
He's like, I'm here. And I'm like, yeah. We need that in the East. We need Judge to be on that same type of time.
That's the whole fact.
And And that's what I'm talking about. It's playoff freaking baseball. When it's hot, and you want everything's going not your way, you want stuff like that to happen. So
sure.
kudos to him.
For sure. Okay, whatever. Moving on to football, right? And it's not going to be. Listen, we don't have too much on football because it's very regular, except for a few. Well, literally just for one thing. I am going to bring something else up in football because I just want to talk about it. But Devante Adams has asked for a trade. We could probably we would have guessed this at the beginning of the season, and I think we did speak about like, yo, you need to get out. I think you said, yo, you need to get out of there. Like nothing's really happening for you over there in Las Vegas. But he did ask for a trade. Okay, and I guess what LV is letting other organizations know is, listen, we want a second rounder at the least with some quote unquote compensation, which means money. Literally, I'm just bringing this up to say this. Where do you think he's going, or where would you like him to go?
There's the teams they brought up. I thought were key. I know he wants to go to the Jets. The Jets don't look good. They do not look good. He would definitely alleviate from the pressure that it is on Wilson, because they're playing that cover two and they cannot go to him as often as they want him to. And I'm not saying Lazard is not terrible, but he's not Devante Adams.
Right.
And especially in Green Bay, what they did, you get a guy on the other side of the ball, you have them two going, it's trouble.
It is tough.
Trouble. So I would like to see that. I even saw that he wanted to maybe go to the Saints, get back with his guy Carr. I would have liked that too. When you got Olave and you got Devante Adams and you got what's his name? Kamara and that offense, and they got a new offensive coordinator, and they're pushing out points. You would like to see him in that offense. I can't see him in Kansas City only because they have to go ahead and pay towards his contract. And I think that's the issue. Something that Kansas City does not want to do. They were looking for a receiver. He would definitely.
Well, they told Vegas that. They said, listen, we'll do the trade. We got what you want, but we need you to take some of that contract. And I think that's one of the reasons why it just hasn't been done yet, because Vegas is like, nah.
One, obviously, they're in the division. You wouldn't expect them to go ahead and do that. That's one.
Yeah.
Two, and they don't want to go ahead and do that, which I get it. But there is a guy out there named Amari Cooper who would shine bright over there in KC, who can be that number one while Rice is out. So if Cleveland continues to play poorly, they can that'll be an easy swap. The money is right where it needs to be, where he will fit.
Yeah.
And boy, you get Amari Cooper. We all seen what he did with I'm not gonna say Joe Flacco is friggin' average, but he's pretty darn good. And you seen what he did with him last year. And the gap between Flacco and Mahomes, you got a one there. And if you struggle against the Saints today, you might want to start knocking on the door. Hey, Cleveland, swing them this way. We'll take them.
Well, Amari, I'll leave that for another day, because I actually want him to go somewhere else that I think will benefit both the team and him. But again, I'll leave that for another day. I don't really want to tackle that. Adams, yes, the Jets is like
the obvious.
But with your point, yes, it helps. But you know what? I do think Wilson doesn't want Adams there, because Lazard is already taking a few touches away, and it's not really taken away. It's like you said, they're doubling up. They're putting the best corners and stuff on Wilson, so it leaves Lazard to get most of the touches. Now you add, and obviously Lazard is Rodgers' boy, but now you go and send Devante. So now Rodgers has both of his boys, right? Wilson's like, okay, so where's my touches?
So I think Lazard would drop to the 3. I think he would be the Boyd to Cincinnati, and That's my perspective.
That's how it should be. But
That
I just don't. In Rodgers' mind, I just don't think that's what's gonna happen. In Rodgers' mind,
and it's tough because we all know that Garrett Wilson is transcending,
yeah,
and when you can go ahead and get somebody that can go ahead and do just as well as you can,
yeah,
we see T Higgins and Jamar. We seen it yesterday.
yeah,
They both had a great game. Chase had 200 yards. Then you have Higgins having 70 yards with 2 touchdowns. Like it can be done with two. I understand having known Lazard for years, he would get the nod. If you want it to work, he has to be three.
for sure.
Does it work? Like you said, maybe not.
Now my choices, because I know there one of my choices was on that list that everybody's saying that he should go. The other one is not, and I think I want to shine some light because I feel like it could help what's going on, what they're already building over there. And the obvious choice is Baltimore. The obvious choice, I think. Not that I think. No. Actually, no. I do think. I just think both Adams and Lamar want to play together, and then add on what they're already doing with, obviously Jackson and Henry. Henry's kind of like finding the fountain of youth, and if they add on a WR1, it can help out what's going on over there. Even though that's still not the recipe to succeed for the playoffs, but we'll right. My dark horse, because he doesn't have a weapon of this caliber, and they're already doing great things over there with the new coaching staff. I would like to see him be Justin Herbert's number one option.
Sheesh. Did not see that one coming.
I think I'm not. I don't have any information to say. I think that's a great fit. I just think they're already building a decent culture over there. Defense is playing the way they should have been playing for the past couple seasons. Herbert, and maybe you can give kudos to the coaching staff for realizing that Herbert's not making the mistakes that everybody says that he's been making for the past couple seasons, and that's without any of his weapons that they all left him. So if you give him someone like Devante Adams, it could benefit him. So that's kind of like my pick in that situation. All right, I don't know if I really want to tackle this, bro, but let me ask you a question. Because obviously, the Raiders and Devante looks like they're having a rocky relationship, but they want to split. Maybe their ideologies aren't lining. But this brings me to a topic that I kind of heard something recently, and I've kind of had an experience in it. So I kind of want to ask you: you think in dating, in relationships, you should throw away or maybe subside your morals for your partner, or because of how things are already standing? And I can give you an example if it doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna say no, but elaborate a little bit.
So, an example that I'm going to give you. This is a hypothetical. Don't anybody get their freaking panties in a twist, okay? Because I know the feds be watching. Would you look the other way if your partner and, let's say, the group of friends that she mingles with does something that you're not really like? I don't like that. Or I don't do that. I don't accept that. I don't tolerate that. Should you just look the other way because, you know what, you're my girl. These are your friends from freaking kindergarten. I should just bite the bullet.
Um, it definitely needs to be a conversation.
Okay.
Because what do they say? You are who you hang around with. So that is definitely something that has to be a conversation.
Right.
I just don't think you can be around something and not turn into what the culture is of a particular friend group.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we've seen it all the time. You hang out with in a dating. You hang out with the person.
Yeah.
You know what they like. You know what they don't like. You know their favorite food. You know they sleep with their socks on or off. Like you just are accustomed. So when you're with your friend group and you're with your clique and they're doing some shady stuff and you see that, you also want to make sure that your partner, your girl, is not intermingling with those things.
Yeah.
Because if they're batting an eye the other way, what makes you think they're not doing it vice versa?
Yeah, when you're not there.
When you're not there. So that's definitely a conversation that needs to be brought up, because that comes with trust, that comes with communication, and it definitely depends on how you guys are dynamically. That's what I would have to say. Definitely needs to be a conversation. It's something that when it comes to morals, and there's certain things that I just can't stand for. So I would have to bring it up to attention and be like, hey, I didn't like that, or I saw this. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Because if you condone that, or you're okay with that, that's not okay with me.
Yeah.
And then that's no good.
We need to end this now then.
Yeah.
We can't continue.
Because if things get rocky with their friend group, and things get rocky and you look the other way, they're gonna do the same thing for you. And that's not what I don't want. I want someone that is gonna call you out, or my friend group. Let's say I'm the one doing the bullshit.
Yeah.
I need your friend to be like, hey, what you doing? Or my friend to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I need somebody that is going to do that for me. My friend group to do that for me.
For sure.
So if roles are reversed and I'm in that situation,
yeah, especially if whichever friends group is inheriting the partner,
that'll tell you a lot.
Yeah, because like I feel like if we're building this relationship, this friendship, whatever this is with your friends, or I'm building it with your friends, right? And I'm here thinking, oh, this is it. I'm building my future with this person. I trust you. Like you said, I have a lot of trust in you and stuff like that. I expect crazy. I expect that when things are happening, regardless of the time frame or whatever, that I should be told, hey, we heard this, that, and the third, or we saw her or him with such and such. I just want you to check that out. I'm not saying it's real or not, but I'm just giving you a heads up because I don't want anything bad to happen. Instead of they just sitting in the living room together and go, nah, but I ain't saying nothing. I'm taking this to the grave.
Yeah, no, that's tough. Because you would, and it comes to morals, like what's right and what's wrong. And sometimes that is the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may not want to have that hard conversation, like, you shouldn't be doing that. And that's tough because, that is your friend. That is someone you've known for, I don't know, a while. And you don't want to see them go through it, but you're like, hey, it's for right now. They'll be all right. It'll all work out. And it doesn't work like that.
Correct. You ate that, by the way. You little, you went off. I'm not even. I don't want to add anything to that. You just went off. You went off. You know what I'm saying? Like you really hit it on the nail. So, with that being said, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go back to football. Okay, real quick. I just want to ask this question. Just answer the question, right? Me as a Patriots fan, you guys can say that I'm biased or it's hate, but you know what? I live in the New Jersey area, and I be hearing all throughout the offseason the Jets are gonna, we're gonna run it. Yeah, bro. You guys lost today in London against
the Vikings.
Thank you for helping me.
5-0.
Okay, the Vikings 5-0. Kudos for the Vikings. The Jets are what, 1-4 now. You know who else is 1-4? Okay, so gonna ask you, because of all the hoopla in the past 2 seasons after Aaron Rodgers lands in New Jersey, are the Jets overrated / overhyped?
1,000%, bro.
Okay, all right. I'm just
1,000.
Just making sure. Just making sure, because we hear all this now. Granted, you can give me the whole, but he suffered an Achilles injury, so he didn't play last season. He needs to. And I know we're only 5 games in, and Rodgers is one of those guys where he like clicks it at the end. And I know him and maybe Wilson are not clicking, but listen, sometimes, bro, it's not the players, it's the organization.
That's a fact.
Okay, and any fellow Jets fans that I know, Sorry, you can hate me. If you do, there's a comment section. But before you get there, make sure you like and subscribe. It doesn't matter what you guys do until you guys change that culture entirely. You guys will be losers.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. No, there's a reason why certain organizations win and some don't.
Just that is what it is.
When you're stuck in your ways, you get the same results.
But on the real though, if your girl actually cheated on you, I'm telling. I'm telling you though. All right, just to build on what we just spoke about. Yeah, I'm.
Damn, I would hope so.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I would do the same.
With however I do it, I'm gonna do it. Pause. I'm either gonna tell you straight up, or I'm just gonna give you a nice little hint, like, hey, check on Shotty.
He gonna send me a text.
Hey, 712.
Yeah.
I'll just send you our code. Hey, buddy, 712.
I'll be like,
oh, got it. Got it.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
Yeah.
Yo, that's funny.
Brother, I'm good.
Hold on. Before, bro, Sam Darnold,
okay,
Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Before we cut off,
okay,
organization or like what we doing? Right opportunity, right players, bro. Some of these washed quarterbacks, wrong organization. Sam Darnold in the Jets. Now he goes to the Vikings. Has A. Jones and has Jefferson. That boy is doing his thing. Kudos to you. I'm going to shout him out. Hey, that boy goes to Pittsburgh. He's doing his thing over there. I just had to get that off my chest.
No, you're right.
Right opportunity, right place. Do your thing.
And we already spoke about this because there's a great possibility that Bryce Young is going through the same thing. So
I just got to shout him out. I hope you get another chance. I hope you get another chance, buddy.
For sure. We never hope. Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but we are never going to hope for any player's downfall unless I really hate you. So, you know what? Actually, no. Before we leave, predictions. Yankees game 2.
I'm going to be honest. I just got a slight feeling that the Royals are going to be ready tomorrow. Okay. I mean, today. They're going to be ready today. Okay. I want to see what I've seen a little bit from Rodon.
Okay.
He's got to step up.
All right.
He's looked sharp. When he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
I want to see him turn. I want him to freaking flip New York up. So I really think the Royals are really going to give it to him tomorrow. If he can withstand the first inning, I think we'll be all right. I think we have a chance to go 2-0.
Yeah, that's always his issue.
And that's his issue. If he can withstand the first inning, he's going to be moving and grooving.
Just Rodon, just come to the stadium earlier. Just get your warm up in. This. Yeah, just get ready earlier because from what Eli is saying, he's right. We have said this multiple times. You always have a tough time first, second inning. So what is it, bro? Are you not warming up correctly? Like, are we not getting ready at the
pace you need to get ready? Like, boy, you better be locked in.
Yo, because especially
from the morning, from the morning.
No, actually, because of Rodon, start the night before.
You should be starting right now.
Because especially in the sport of baseball, it's kind of like boxing. It's kind of like soccer. If you get punched hard early, it's an uphill battle from there on out.
The bounce back is tough.
And we are in the playoffs, okay? We don't need a very bad first round.
Yeah, no.
Okay? We got 11 more rounds in this boxing match. We can't lose round 1 and 2, brother.
Yeah. And we got you. We got you at 2 because we believe in what you're doing. So get the job done. Get the job done. If you're able to withstand that first 2 innings, I see the Yankees going ahead and winning, especially, I'm going to say now, the Judge is going to step up today. We saw the rest of them step up on Friday. Let's go 2-0.
Yeah, if we go 2-0, great. Great. Then my whole little like first what I say first series exit is out the window.
Well,
I already think it's out the window because just the fact that we found a way to win the game last night, it made me feel a little bit better.
yeah.
It made me feel a little bit better.
Especially we didn't play our best ball.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of errors or substitutions that we thought that could have been better. That was our worst performance of baseball, and we won.
And somehow we pulled out. Yeah.
And tomorrow we're gonna sharpen it up.
Me though, I'm not pulling out. Just to let y'all know.
And I expect us to go 2-0.
Got it. All right. When Eli does that, I know what that means. I know what that means. You guys don't have to know. I know what that means. Okay. That being said, gang. Hey, say gang. This is all we have for today. What did? Yeah.
Blip, blip, blip.
All that
Yeah.
in a pack of gums. You heard?
Yeah.
Guys, thank you. All right, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everything. But what we want from y'all, okay? The best thank you we can get from y'all. Like, subscribe. Let's hit that 150 that Eli wants, okay? And then we could work on 200.
Yeah.
Apple and Spotify, okay? We already spoke to you guys at the top of the episode. All right? Make sure you guys follow. Make sure you guys hit us with a 5-star. And again, we would greatly appreciate it. Donate that $3 coffee for us.
Yes, please.
We would truly appreciate it. I'm parched right now. You know how good a nice nice iced caramel macchiato would be right
That sounds good.
Yummy. Well, guys, we love you guys. All right. Bro, I'm trying to spit. No?
This is the beginning.
All that, brother. Yes, sir. So
Crazy.
let's find a booth for Eli. So you can put a cool 16 out there.
No.
But anyways, guys, truly, also on some real shit, we love you guys. Make sure you tell someone you love them. We'll
100.
catch you guys next time.
Peace.